Nice clean water, nice beautiful big beach for a lot of spectators to watch the best surfers in the world compete in the world title race. Lakey Peterson takes on Brisa Hennessy here in the elimination round, heat number 4 for a spot in the quarterfinals. And both surfers currently sitting in a spot to maybe go to the WSL Final 5. We've got Brisa, number 3 in the world, representing Costa Rica. Lakey Peterson, number 5 in the world. So she was happy to have that support, even though she suffered maybe her toughest loss of the season with the foot injury. Here comes Lakey, hard off the bottom and forced to kick right out.
So it feels like those smaller to mid waves aren't going to give you a ton of opportunity. It needs to be kind of a sizable set wave for Joanne Defay, which she wasn't able to pull off that second move, but maybe the barrels could be, it's interesting where those barrels really fall as far as scores go. If you're not in a very intense wave or really deep in a barrel, they're really not going to score super high.
And on lefts like this for Lakey, it's definitely one of her strengths. She knows how to find the pocket and turn in some big numbers. She'll check out her right now. There's the first redirect off the top. The wave's going to stay full on the right. And I guess, Strider, when most people think of Itaúna, you kind of have in your mind a big left kind of appears in your mind, but it's been really focused on a lot of good rights the last 2 days. Now paddling for this wave, Brisa holds back, and Lakey will check out the left here. A bit deep on it, but now out in front. Backside hack complete. Hang it in there just in case there's a reform. Building up some board speed. Hard off the bottom. Nice clean snap. Opens up again and she'll kick out. So it's nice when you go the distance and commit to the reform and you do get a section to work with.
And I like it. I mean, Mike Parsons obviously the full-time coach, but when he's not here around, Thomas can fill right in.
And comfort, that's a big part of these athletes' game is the mindset and the comfort that they find in their surroundings. Lakey doing a great job to make it to the shore break there. Gets a little bonus on the inside snap.
She'll get the best wave of the heat here. Not going to be a significant number, but enough for the lead.
WSLstore.com. You can get the jerseys of surfers like Lakey Peterson, who chose the number 7 a long time ago now. Right-hander setting up for Lakey, up and down.
That bump playing havoc right there with the timing. The lip looks like it's there, and all of a sudden the backwash hits it, and it disappears right when you get there. You're like, and it doesn't push back.
And judges make a big spread now in the comparisons. A 7-point ride for Lakey. And this is what Brisa had on her backhand, Pete.
Yeah, and it came in just a 2.87. You look at the conditions, you sit there and you focus, okay, I want to go left. I see that's where the cleanest opportunities are, but then all of a sudden a set wave right comes and it's just a whole different ball.
Hey, meanwhile, though, we just had a very important wave go down for Lakey Peterson here, Pete.
Well, we had to exchange both. We saw Brisa get a wave, and then this one here, Lakey getting the better of it, feels like, especially when she somehow finds a connection on the right. So we haven't seen a lot of that lately. So that's good news as we head into the elimination round for the men's, because there's opportunity out there, and this was a golden one for this inside section. A lot of speed. We hadn't seen the inside section have that kind of punch and energy in it. So very nicely done here for Lakey Peterson. It's going to be the best number of the heat.
Big front side hack right there, turning the shoulders, getting the whole redirect. That was the best turn of the heat so far right there.
And backed it up. The combos is what we're talking about. And then she gets the inside connection, right? Those 2 turns outside and the connections through to the inside. A lot of energy carried through this deeper water. No worries, too. It wasn't like she had to do a Huntington hop or an Ituana hop.
Yeah, if you surfed out here, you know that the carryover of power coming from that deep water pushing across, it's wild how fast. She almost surprised herself right here how fast she was going. And then she lays into that corner, came up quick on her.
Solid surfing for Lakey Peterson. As we know, Hennessy dealing with that foot injury. Well, hopefully that she can still put up a fight, because we talked about her confidence wearing yellow a few minutes ago, Strider, and she's grown into that confident headspace that she can, in fact, win a world title this year, as she's up and down again, still searching as she pulled into a closeout.
Really put a a huge impression on myself when I went to an event and I got to actually talk to those guys, because you realize, hey, these guys are human. I could be these guys. That was the key note for me.
Lakey on the move, always talks about meeting Kim Merrick for the first time, as we see a nice two-turn combo. Kim Merrick, a world champ from Santa Barbara from back in the 80s. As we see her just run out of room, but looked like she was intent to build her backup score, trying to ditch a 3.83.
She's going to get 2 more opportunities, but this next one needs to be a score that's going to keep in the top 2. You know, it's got to be, you know, above a 4.55 in order to really keep her in line, because if not, she could be left behind. Here we go.
Brisa's got a lot of speed, but it just runs off a little bit too quickly before she could lay down a turn.
You know, it's not like they haven't seen each other and know what each other can do. So there's definitely, it's not going to be a walkthrough for Griffin at all.
Snap to start for Brisa Hennessy on her backhand, frames it up on the end section for a 2-turn combination. Moving quickly down the line, needs a 7.96.
You start breaking that 10.83 down into 2 scores, you can do 2.55s, get you 11 points. So quick snap and the finish here, it's going to go into her top 2. It most likely will be her best wave, but it's probably in that mid-3 range, right? Maybe if she's lucky it gets above a 4, but
and
it's
then
still
the reason for that
round.
is just the sections that you're hitting. You can see here that section didn't have any consequence on it. That one had a little bit of lip line there, but to see where the lip's falling and hitting halfway down the face, you know, they really want to see a section that has a lip that falls from the top to the bottom and has consequence, and that's where you're going to get a big score.
Brisa Hennessy, 2.93 on that last 2-turn combination. Her best so far, but just barely, so still needs a 7.9. Here comes Lakey. Nice stretched out wall. Wanted to pull in for a moment there. Floats it off the top, now into some full water. She did get a little wedge to work out for her on her big 7-point ride towards the tail end. We'll see if she gets that speed burst again. She does. Trying to hang on to all that momentum and throw that CI somewhere off the lip. Ends up losing control.
Wow.
That inside section looks good. Looks fun.
Absolutely flying. What happened here, Pete?
Well, an opportunity there that probably could have been a little deeper, but gets the outside move. So nicely done here. And you're thinking, okay, at this point, does she want to better the 3.83? If she gets it inside, it's going to happen for her, which it does. You know, the unfortunate thing is that last section where she had the fall. She pulls this one off. It's going to be another big number, and unfortunately, that would be putting Brisa out of it. Probably would have put her in combo. But at this point, there's still an opportunity. Just needs the 7.9 and, you know, a set wave.
7.9 would be the highest score of the day today, which is really a stretch, I think, right now at this point.
As we see the tail end of Lakey Peterson managed to snap, and that was just really an adjustment off the lip and fell in the finish, but that wedge was right on her heel. We're going to close this one out and complete the elimination round for the women here at the Oi Rio Pro, presented by Corona. 2 big names out of the final 5 knocked out for the women as Lakey moves out to the quarterfinals.